Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Rick Titus, and this is Driver's Talk. In studio, Jay Dalton, and of course, our engineer, good old Spencer Crick. Jay, you want to open up there?
The first thing that caught my eye in just the last couple of days has been the sneak peek at the new Escalade, rumored to be brought out at the New York Auto Show in February, but the sneak peek included a gigantic wrap-around 38-inch wide display screen in front of the driver. Have we gone too far, Ricky?
You think maybe that's just a click over the top?
Is there just a moment there of distracted driving, do you think?
Hardly so you'd notice.
I can't imagine.
Well, I title this one, Jay, Too Little, Too Late. Titan's getting more gears for its 400 horsepower truck. They're adding 9 gears to the transmission. That's one shy of what the current market is about. 400 horsepower is wonderful. I've always liked the engine in the Titan, but Titan did not know how to come to nor play in the truck market, which is why they've essentially gone unnoticed. So my advice to you, if you're wanted by the FBI, I would drive a Titan pickup. No one will notice you.
I've got a recommendation, a film recommendation, Rick, from if you have Netflix at home. I want to recommend 2 things. David Letterman interviews Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton, of course, is the 6-time Formula One world champion. Lewis Hamilton really speaks very open-heartedly to David Letterman, and his dad does too. You'll realize just how far they've come as a family. Also, I want to recommend Shelby American, made by our friend Nate Adams and Adam Carolla. Let's just say it's not the buddy movie that the current movie is.
Yeah, very, very interesting. Automotive news piece saying, fill her up, but not quite. This is an automotive news piece talking about the new RAV4 hybrids, who, by the way, you can't top off the gas tank. Now, that wouldn't be that important, but it's only 14 and a half gallons to begin with. And as it turns out, the luckiest amongst us have managed to get 11 gallons in the darn thing.
So much for durability testing. Man, would that be a black eye
Right.
if any manufacturer put that together as if they hadn't topped up their own tank?
It makes you think, what durability testing, what kind of testing did we do? Someone should have checked, hey, can you top these things off? That didn't happen. For those of us who were around for the introduction of the EV1, that was GM's first electric vehicle, what people forgot was those were lease vehicles. You didn't get to buy them, despite the fact that a lot of owners fell in love with them. Some very notable buyers, or would have been buyers, if GM would have agreed to sell any. They did not. They wanted them all back. Well, they got them all back, except one that was hiding in plain sight, found in a parking garage in Atlanta with a flat tire and, needless to say, a very thick layer of dust. And essentially, as our producer points out, that might make that a stolen vehicle because that should have been returned. Now there's a big argument over who owns it, the parking garage or so it's
There's no argument there. That's General Motors property.
and that's going to get that way.
What else have you got, man?
Boy, does it get me excited to give you this little piece of news because the market so desperately needs one of these. Yet another stinking SUV is coming to marketplace. Now, it may be proved to be great, but it comes in a market that already has 54 choices. Do we really need this? Genesis is actually leaking first photos of the GV80, what they are referring to as a mid-size SUV. Where's this thing coming from?
GV80. I don't think the market really needs it. I think Genesis needs it to round out their product line, of course. And I'll bet you it's based entirely on the Hyundai Palisade and or the Kia Telluride.
Really, another SUV?
I hope GV80 doesn't refer entirely to the price.
Don't put any money on it because I'll bet it does. Jay, I have to acknowledge a gentleman you and I have known a long time, really considered in the automotive racing industry to be a real pioneer in safety. And that, of course, is Bill Simpson, just passed at the age of 73. Bill wasn't an easy guy to get to know. If you knew him, you were considered family, and he was always great to me. A side story people may not know about Bill, he was in Indianapolis, came across another driving suit manufacturer, and Bill said, well, if your suit's so great, I challenge you to a contest. We'll both pour gasoline on ourselves, we'll light the suits off, and let's see who begs to be put out first. As they got ready to do the contest, Bill pulled the chairs, the media all came over. This was going to be quite the spectacle. The other guy chickened out, and Bill went ahead and lit his suit on fire and let it burn for quite a bit, and then they put him out. And with that, we say thank you for all you did for racing safety, and rest in peace, dear friend. Well, there you have it. There's our news. Hey, hit the subscribe button. We'd love to hear your comments as well. You take care.